And welcome at the World Vision Philippines headquarters as we introduce to you one of World Vision's major fundraising campaigns this year, the 1000 Girls Initiative. Before we proceed, may I call on the Resource Development Director of World Vision Philippines, Mr. Jun Bedornes, to give his welcome remarks.
Thank you. Sobrang formal. No? Magkakakilala naman tayo, di ba? So, I'm really delighted to see familiar faces. No? Salamat sa mga kasama natin ngayon from the media, even the bloggers. Thank you, and welcome to World Vision National Office. And we're so happy to launch our new campaign that will champion the Filipino children, no? Especially the girl children. No? And we're doing this as part of the international campaign, the global campaign of World Vision, as we drumbeat towards the International Day of the Girl. No? That's happening on October 11th. No? And this has started in 2012, and since then we've been celebrating it. And I think this is our first time to be part of that initiative. No? Sa Philippines naman, we do our best na pantay ng mga batang lalaki, batang babae. No? And this year, we're trying to put some emphasis, no, on how do we empower the girl children. No? And we're so delighted na bukod po sa inyo, we have partners from our celebrity ambassadors, our celebrity advocates as well. No, pinagtagni-tagni natin, tinahi natin yung mga efforts natin so that we can support this campaign. And through your support, no, mas malayo po yung mararating ng ating campaign. It's not just a fundraising event, it's an advocacy. We want to highlight, no, the significance. No, we're actually blessed sa Philippines, yung mga girl children natin mas siguro relative compared to other nations, no, mas empowered yung kababaihan natin dito. And we want to be the voice. We want to empower more girl children to be spokespersons. No? Hindi lang po si World Vision yung nagsasalita, but they themselves are empowered to speak on behalf of the other girl children around the world. So yun yung layunin po natin dito. And I think we would share more. We're really excited to hear more from our celebrity advocates, our ambassadors. So thank you for being here, and excited din kami sa mga questions ninyo, no, kung paano pa natin mapapayabong yung ating usapan this morning. So thank you, and welcome to our launch of the 1000 Girls campaign.
Thank you, Kuya June, for your very warm welcome and for breaking the ice. So, you might be asking this morning, why 1,000? Why girls? Bakit hindi 100? Bakit hindi 2,000? And paano yung boys? So, to talk more about the 1000 Girls Initiative, may we call on Miss Cherry Valencia. She's the 1000 Girls Campaign Lead, and she's the Manager of Donor Acquisition of World Vision Philippines.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, friends. I'm encouraged to see you here in our office right now because I know that we have supporters, partners with us for our campaign, 1000 Girls. As June mentioned, this International Day of the Girls started in 2012. And last year in World Vision Australia, they launched 1000 Girls campaign. And they've seen strong support from their partners and individual sponsors. They targeted 1,000 children, 1,000 girls to be sponsored. And the result was 2,000 girls sponsored in that year. And because of that success, we want to replicate it. We want to bring it to other countries such as the Philippines. We want to sponsor 1,000 girls for this year. And friends, you are here. You might be wondering why you're here. We're here. We have invited you here because we wanted to ask your support, to be the voice for the voiceless. Na-mention kanina ni June na we want to empower girls to have voice in their society. And we know that there are realities, certain realities here in the Philippines that prevent them to do so. Next slide, please. So in the Philippines, in our context, Filipino girls are more at risk to sexual violence. Also, data shows that child pregnancy rates in the Philippines are rising, with 500 Filipino teenagers becoming mothers every day. Aside from that, girls are trafficked from rural communities to urban centers and tourist destinations. Now friends, this is alarming to us because World Vision, most of our projects are in rural programs, rural areas. That's why we really wanted to take part in this campaign. Aside from that, 37% of children engaged in hazardous labor are girls. And on top of that, most, or 63% of out-of-school youth are also girls. And we want to change that reality. Are you with us in changing that reality? Yes. Okay. I remember the words of our founder, Dr. Bob Pierce. He said that, "Let my heart be broken for the things that break the heart of God." And I'm sure that these realities break the heart of God. And with that, I know that there's hope. That's why we're launching this campaign, and we know that through child sponsorship, next slide please, we can empower girls. Next slide. We can empower girls because through child sponsorship, we give them an access to education. We ensure that they are protected. We ensure that girls are prepared for disasters. We ensure that they are healthy and well-nourished. And at the same time, ensure that the society they're living in is sustainable and can take care of them eventually. So friends, we want you to join us in creating a world where every girl can leave fear behind and live their dreams. So why do we know that it's working? Why do we know that child sponsorship is the solution to these realities that we have? Well, we'd like to show you some former sponsored children who have overcame their fears and are now successful women. First is Grace. She used to be a very shy girl from the province, but through World Vision Child Sponsorship, she is now empowered and she's in her college now doing OJT to become a teacher. Next is Josephine. I'm sure you have seen her video earlier. She was a former sponsored child who had no access to education, but now she's working at NGCP, one of the professionals there. And I'm delighted to present to you one of our former sponsored children, Miss Adora Mendoza, to give her testimony about child sponsorship. Let's welcome her.
Thank you, Ms. Cherry. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, partners and advocates. I'm so delighted to join you today and share my short life story. Yeah, really short. we were discussing earlier, sabi ni Kuya Jun, ang dami mo palang journey. Yeah, but I really have to cut it short. Okay, I was a child from the slums of Cavite City. Our house was built on the stilts by the sea. So, just to give you an overview of this, actually, I had a PowerPoint presentation, but I wasn't able to share it. Yung bahay namin was dagat kasi, so we were informal settlers. We didn't have land, we didn't have any lot, so nasa dagat yung bahay namin. Tapos dagat yung ilalim, and then yan dun na yung house namin. So that's really not a favorable condition, and there were lots of houses there. So it's really a scenario of informal settlers na nakikita nyo. So I came from that place. So, and we didn't have electricity at home. So I was studying using a gas lamp at the time. And we were 3 children in the family. I was the youngest. And for us, the three children, we shared one egg. We shared on one egg as our body. That's a true story. It's not a drama that we hear from the teleseries. It's a reality that I went through. That was my life when I was a child. Before World Vision came into our community, my uniform was from grade 2 to grade 6. I used 2 skirts. So imagine, when I was in grade 2, I was small. So I had this skirt that's fitted for grade 2 pupil. Then as I grew up, actually I grew up naman. So the size of the skirt that for a grade 2 pupil, I still worried until I was in grade 6. So that was before World Vision came in. And my classmates, they have, most of them are favored. They have stationaries, they have new supplies, school supplies. Their notebooks are Sanrios. I don't know if any one of you would relate to that generation. But I use the old notebooks of my brothers. I recycle them. Natahi namin yung para may magamit ako. And I sold snacks from house to house. So thank God for the wisdom that He told me to sell snacks to my teachers. So I was doing well in school. So when I approached my teachers, Ma'am, bili kayong merienda. So they buy because siguro naaawa. So they really wanted to help me. So they buy the snacks. And so as I said earlier, we were using gas lamp at home. So maybe that's the reason why my eyesight was 250 grade, nearsighted. Good thing that I was small. I was always in front. So, and also maybe that's the reason we don't have money to have my eyes checked and have eyeglasses. So good thing that I was small. I was always facing the blackboard. Blackboard pa, not whiteboard during that time. So I was almost in front of the blackboard, and I was looking at the lessons. So that's how hard my childhood was before World Vision. And then when I was going to grade 6, in our community, there were several women and men that visited. And we asked, what are they doing? They're giving out school supplies to children. I said, oh, there might be some Sanrios there. So I went there and asked, what is it all about? And they said, ang Tagalog, namimigay sila, they are from World Vision, namimigay sila ng mga school supplies sa mga sponsored children. And I said, how can I become a sponsored child? Sabi ko ganyan, kasi we are poor. I'm the youngest, the third child in the family. And sinabi ko, nakita niya na ako na nagbebenta ako ng mga snacks for me to be able to buy school supplies. Ganyan. My father was a fisherman, my mom was a plain housewife. So we did not have much. Kaya kailangan ko ng help. And then somebody heard what I was saying. And she was one of the board of directors in the Children's Helper Project, partner of World Vision, under World Vision Philippines that time. And they helped me to enter into the project. And then, during my World Vision time, actually, that was too late for me to receive the school supplies getting into grade 6. Kasi, ako naka-ready na lahat. But when I was in high school, entering high school, I received enough sets of uniforms. So goodbye to those miniskirts, okay? And then complete sets of school supplies, bags, and everything. And also, World Vision sponsored my first pair of eyeglasses that helped me see the world clearly, really, literally clearly. And I was so happy to see the world. And I was also malnourished during that time, and a family sponsored for my regular breakfast, complete set of breakfast. That's how generous World Vision is. And then I regularly wrote to my sponsor and report my progress in school. And then after my high school, I received. Kasi supposed to be, hanggang 4th year high school lang yung support ng World Vision for education. But then, they were so generous to extend I took 1 year course kasi my father suddenly changed his mind when I was entering UP. I don't know why. So he just changed his mind and I just took entrance exams at UP. So when he changed his mind that he doesn't want me to pursue college education in UP, I was lost. Saan ako mag-aaral? There was just 1 year course na open sa PWU, computer programming course. Then I entered into it, and World Vision was so generous to sponsor me. And then the rest is history. I eventually finished computer science. I worked as project manager in Emerson Network Power for 16 years, and I am now a technical solutions manager in IBM Solutions Delivery. And thank God for all the blessings that He has given me. Thank God for World Vision that He sent to my life to help me and my family. And aside from that, I am now an advocate of a lot of things. I really have a lot. But all these things, I see all these things as a stress reliever from my normal work. I am now IBM ILO, International Labor Organization, certified facilitator and trainer for empowering women in STEM. I am also an inspirational speaker. I inspire and empower girls, women, and also men, youth also. And I'm also a finance advocate. Actually, I came from poverty, and I rose from poverty with the help of God, first of all, with the help of World Vision. And I am paying it forward. And I'm encouraging everyone, you can hear me right now, that you can change, you can help change the life of a child from the slums. Yes, totoong may ginto sa basura. Totoong may ginto sa kahirapan. And I was one of them. And I am paying it forward. And I am encouraging and challenging each and every one of you to help change the life of the child. Be an advocate. And I'm also, sorry, just to add, I'm also an advocate. Just recently, I received the challenge to become an advocate to lessen teenage pregnancy in our country. I thank you. Adora Mendoza.
Thank you, Ms. Adora. So I hope that we will be going away. Well, we're not yet ending, but I hope that hope is already in our hearts right now, that we can change the realities that our girls face here in the Philippines. Vicky?
Thank you, Miss Cherry and Mama Dora, for inspirations. To make this campaign possible, we sought the support of partners, and we are grateful that they generously committed to supporting the 1,000 Girls campaign. It would be great to hear from them today as to why and how they are supporting this cause. To begin, let's welcome two major supporters for our campaign. Victor Consuni and his race partner Enrico Minichetti. They pledged to join and finish the 2019 Fire and Ice Ultra Marathon, which will take place from August 26 to 31 in Iceland. The duo has set up a fundraising page where people can pledge their support not only to cheer them, but also to empower the dreams of girls still living in poverty. To give us their messages of support, may I invite Sir Victor Consuni here in the front.
Okay, hi. So I don't know if you guys were familiar. Last year we did the Marathon de Sabs also to raise money for World Vision. And last year we were successful with the total value of 1.2 million in funds. Now, to do that, me and Enrico had to brave 250 kilometers in the Sahara Desert. Self-sustained, meaning you have to carry all your food, you have to carry all your equipment. For those of you who actually saw the pictures, my feet were shredded. I couldn't walk for basically another month after that. it is quite challenging. But in the end, we hit our goal, and it is also very much fulfilling. This year, me and Enrico want to do the same, and we wanted to do it for the 1,000 Girls campaign. This year, we're also going to do another 250 kilometers running across Iceland. The conditions are different. It's not a desert. It's going to still be hard. You're still up and down through the glacials, the glacial fields, the lava, up and down the mountains. And it's probably a little more challenging because the temperature is close to 0. So we're going to be fluctuating between 2 degrees to 8 degrees at any point in time. I don't know why we chose another. We could have done it in other ways. But anyway, I hope you guys support us. And I hope that it's successful because through this, of the 1,000 girls, we hope to at least cover 100. So we want to aim to raise another million pesos, and we'll be using a hashtag, by the way, I love you 1,000. So, and if you guys see me suffering, give me your support because I'm going to need it. Anyway, so thank you. I'll leave it to Enrico to say the next part.
Thank you, Sir Victor. Yes. And I believe we also have a video message from Mr. Enrico Manichetti. Let's all watch this.
Mabuhay Philippines. Greetings from Dubai. My name is Enrico Manichetti. I'm a little Filipino. I'm some Filipino, but I have a big heart for the Philippines. So first of all, I want to thank you all for the great support given to Vic and I last year when we ran the Marathon des Sables in Morocco. It was a tough race. It was really hard to get through the 250 kilometers at that time. But with your encouragement, the online donations, the help given to us, we were able to finish it. And we were able to, with your donations again, help hundreds of children through education, access to clean water, and nutritious food, and education through nutritious food in the Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao area. Vic and I'm going to run again this year, actually the 26th of August. We're going to run the Fire and Ice in Iceland. It's not an ultra marathon, and again, we're going to do this to sponsor, to help the Filipino children. We've partnered once more with World Vision to raise funds to help sponsor at least 100 girls. Our goal is to get 100 girls around the campaign that World Vision has for 1,000 girls. So we are going to take part of it, and we are asking your help. So please check our fundraising page on simplygiving.com. Donate, share the link with friends, with family, so we can meet our goal. Meet our goal to empower girls in the Philippines, children in the Philippines, and this all with the goal of the program that we love you 1,000. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Sir Enrico. So speaking of hashtag, I love you 1,000 is their hashtag for their Simply Giving campaign. Our hashtag for 1,000 girls is hashtag 1,000 girls. Yeah. Now, last but not the least, let us welcome in front our out-of-home media partner for 1,000 Girls campaign, Elevate Media Incorporated, represented by their marketing manager, Ms. Aniel Madrid.
Hi, good morning. Good afternoon na pala. So we are one with World Vision that we believe that empowering children through education would give them a better chance at life. It would open doors for bigger opportunities for them as well. This would not only uplift their lives, but their families as well and their community. Being an out-of-home advertising company, we help brands and companies and organizations communicate and deliver messages to commuters. So these are those who take public or private transport or even those who are commuting. with the lamppost banners that we put up for World Vision for the 1,000 Girls campaign in the cities of Makati, Parañaque, and Taguig, we hope to increase awareness for the campaign. And with this awareness, we hope that we get commuters to participate and to sponsor children for their education. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Aniel of Elevate Media. We also want to thank Shopee, Celepec, and Tupperware para sa ating partners. Nakaka-excite kasi ang daming iba't ibang initiative for the 1,000 girls. May magra-run, may mag-advertise, and you all can be our voice for this campaign. Thank you once again to our dear sponsor and partners. Now we move forward to another highlight of our gathering today. It's an honor for me to introduce this amazing young lady, a staunch advocate of women empowerment and children's rights. Let's all give a warm welcome to World Vision's Ambassador for Education, Ms. Bianca Umali.
Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. So quiet. Hello, good morning. Ako po si Bianca, and I am currently the Ambassadress for Education for Youth and Ending Violence Against Children of World Vision. And being part of our new campaign, the 1,000 Girls campaign, is such a great opportunity and responsibility for me. Everyone knows kung gaano mo kalapit sa puso ko ang mga bata at ang mga babae. And kaya mahal na mahal ko po mga ganitong bagay dahil rin siguro sa childhood ko na lumaki ako sa lola ko at kasama mga pinsan ko na lahat kami babae. Kaya ho, sobrang mahal ko yung ginagawa ko and itong role na ginagampanan ko. And also the project I am doing also is relevant to this Sahaya. Sa mga nakakaalam po, we don't only promote education in our show, we also promote feminism, kung paano po lumalaban ng isang babae. And I think that is why sobrang proud ako na alam kong kaya kong itayo ang bandera ng mga babae. And also, I am encouraging po, not only everyone in this room, pero sa lahat po ng mga nakakanood through social media, and sa lahat po ng mga makakarinig ng message ko, to please support the International Day of the Girl on October 11, and our goal is to have 1,000 girls sponsored by October 11. I am sponsoring one child ever since I started with World Vision, and I am excited to sponsor more. At sana kayo rin kasi sobrang sarap po sa puso na alam niyo may tinutulungan kayo at sa simpleng bagay mahal na mahal din kayo ng taong tinutulungan. And ang napakalaki po ng blessing na balik ni Papa God. Kaya, ayan, maraming salamat po.